Welcome back, everyone. It is Too Sick for Meds. I appreciate you all coming out, and it has been a while since we have sat down and done a Grand Theft Auto 5 video. We're back today for the Nightclub DLC that just was released today by Rockstar. This DLC included tons of new features with nightclubs, vehicles, clothing, more and more, you name it, they added it. So we are going to go ahead and get into some features that you might not have known that they added into the Nightclub DLC. Here we go. Alright, so starting off on tip number 1, we have the addition that you can actually tip the bathroom attendant. Now this is something cool that Rockstar added, just a little, cool little feature that adds a little bit more than just dancing in the nightclub. You can tip him as long as you have money in actual cash. It cannot be in the bank or it will not allow you to tip him. Now let's go ahead and move on to addition number 2. Now moving on to addition number 2, if you chose the option with the name called Gefängnis, I probably butchered that, but that in German is translated to jail. Yes, that's right. As funny as it seems, that would absolutely be a Rockstar thing to add, is the nightclub name jail written in German. So that's a little fun tip if you didn't know about that. That's why I kind of like the bar detail or style in the club. Now moving on to the next one, if you choose to put your club on private club, what it basically does is it cleans out the club from everyone except for a few people, like the VIP people such as Laszlo, Tony, etc., Solomon, and a few people that they like to keep around. So it basically wipes the whole club out other than a few VIP access people. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next addition. Now for the next addition that Rockstar added, which I find extremely unique, I love this about what they added, is you can actually change the dress code. Now there aren't too many options on what you can change your dress code to, but you do have none, which is obviously nothing. They can wear whatever they want. They have techno, which is basically kind of a black, darker style of clothing, and then you have electronic dance music, which is EDM, and that's more of the vibrant type colors. You know, you have your yellows, blues, and everything that you'll find on a more brighter scale. So that's the 3 little options you can pick from. Hopefully in the near future they will add some more dress codes, but for now I think that's a pretty good amount and a pretty good little addition that they made. Alright, now up next, this addition might not quite satisfy those of you who are picky with your money, but for those of you who spend money like it's nothing, they do have an addition where you can buy a certain type of champagne which costs $30,000 or $50,000 or to the max of $150,000 for a shot of champagne. Now, for me, I will say that is completely ridiculous. I would never do that. But for those of you who might like drinks or might just like to spend money or see what kind of effects it gives you, by all means, that is what it's there for. So you go ahead and suit yourself to that. Now, for this little addition that they added into the Nightclub DLC, this is for more of you, and when your friends come in and y'all just kind of hang out at the nightclub, you can actually serve drinks to them. So if they want to come up, you can basically slide them a drink, and you basically act as if you are a bartender instead of just getting it from the normal bartender like you have before in the past. So I thought that was kind of very cool, and it was a little bit more active with the other players. Rather than just hanging out, you get a little bit more, things to do. Now, scrolling through the walk styles, as you can see, they have added a new walk style which is called grooving. Now, this is personally my favorite walk style that they've added so far. I use this right now. This walk style kind of just flows with the beat a little bit. You know, you just kind of walk and shake your head and kind of swing your body a little bit. This also works outside of the nightclub, if you were wondering. So you can walk at any time you want with this walk style called grooving. They've also added a few new dance styles, those being Give It Some, Getting Down, Zoned In, and I believe one other one, along with another addition, which is some actions that they've added in. Some of those being all of the dance moves that you can do while dancing on the actual floor. So some of them being the salsa roll, the uncle, disco, what else is there? Let's see, they have the banging tunes, left, right, or just banging tunes in general. So they have all types of new dance moves and actions that you can do on the dance floor and off of the dance floor, which I find that is really, really neat. Coming up next, Rockstar thought it would be the greatest idea, which I love this idea, is to add the changing of actions through actually performing them. So you hold down both of your analog sticks and you can click LB or RB to change the actions between the interaction menu without even having to bring it up, which is so awesome. I've always wanted to do that. When you don't have to bring up the interaction menu, search for it, you can just kind of have one right next to each other and boom, swap right to that action. That is extremely neat, and it goes perfect with the nightclub idea. So good job to you on Rockstar. That is a great idea. Coming up next, for last but hopefully and definitely not least, you have the dimming and activating privacy glass and lights. Now, usually if you have owned any other like facility or anything like that, you will know that the privacy glass actually costs money. Whereas in this one, the privacy glass is actually already there stock. It doesn't even have an option on buying it. So you can basically walk to your office and you go to the little wall with the little temperature looking thing, and you can deactivate the privacy glass, and you can also dim the lights or turn them on. I love that feature. I like the room darker, so I keep the lights off and I keep the privacy glass on. That's kind of how I like my atmosphere in GTA. So with that being said, I hoped all of you liked the features that have been brought to us in GTA. These are definitely not going to be the last ones. I will be finding some more and hopefully uploading. Let me know if I missed any of them, and let me know if you use some of these, or if you like these updates or additions, I should say. And hope to see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.